Right now, it is my pleasure to welcome in the head coach of LSU men's basketball. We have not talked in a while, Coach Matt McMahon. Coach McMahon, what's going on, man? How we feeling this morning? Game day.
It is game day. It's a beautiful day in Baton Rouge for basketball, and excited to get the SEC home opener rolling tonight.
Yeah, man. And look, what a start to SEC play. And we'll get into all of it and kind of everything surrounding the program right now and where things are going. But basketball right now, there's I would say it's probably fair to say there's not a ton of belief, right? At least from some of the fans. And then yet you come out here on the road against Texas A&M, a very good rebounding team, and you emerge with a 68-53 win. You beat them on the boards, and you break a streak that went all the way back to February 22 in terms of a road losing streak, Coach. And I know these are very tough things to discuss, right? But like this is the road to improvement. This is how that road is hoed. What did it feel like in that locker room to emerge victorious and now sit at 1-0 in SEC play?
Well, I was obviously thrilled with the win and the result, but I was more excited about how it happened and why it happened. I just thought our guys played with the toughness, the grit, the physicality that we want our program to be about. Going in, A&M number one in the country in offensive rebounding, literally rebounding one out of every two of their missed shots. And to go in there and outscore them 18-3 on second chance points, to limit them to 53 points. They had a 12-game SEC home winning streak in that building to put an end to that streak. I just love the competitiveness and togetherness of our team. And as I told them afterwards, that's the standard.
Yep.
And that's what we got to play to every single night out. And so, since Jalen Cook got eligible on January 16th, our season really started over. We've made a lot of progress and gotten a lot better, but certainly a long way to go. But that was a great first step on Saturday night, that's for sure.
Well, and look, and now, immediate recognition: Jordan Wright being named co-SEC Player of the Week, 20-10, great performance. You had to have it. What has Jordan Wright meant to kind of creating that success alongside like Jalen Cook?
Yeah, first off, that's the lesson, right? Sometimes we get the order confused. We think the individual success comes and then the team, but it's the team success and then the individual honors and accolades and all that follows. So I think Jordan would acknowledge, a tough team win on the road put him in a position to earn that award. He was fantastic. He's been really good, especially you look over the last month. He's been our leading scorer all year, but he's been so much more efficient offensively. Since that ridiculous performance at Texas, he's averaging 20 a game, shooting 50% from the floor. He leads the SEC in steals, which has been huge for us on the defensive end, and just providing that leadership as a fifth-year guy. So I know this is a unique game for him tonight. I don't know if it's ever happened where a guy who's going up against the school he played for 4 years and has a degree from that institution, but I think he's very mature and will be locked in on the things that matter the most tonight to impact winning.
Well, and I want to start to preview the Vandy game again. Go get your tickets tonight in the PMAC, 8 p.m. It's going to be a great game. But, Coach, I want to kind of have a little bit of a big picture discussion, and it's as I said, I think you're in a tough position in that you are in a sport where there are massive resources poured in and some other places, right? And if you just look at right now and LSU and everybody trying to get their kind of piece of the pie, you're having to fight kind of a bit shorthanded in these battles. How do you seek to how do you seek to find a way, right? I mean, you mentioned team, you mentioned things like culture. Like, how do you create that when you have some just objective disadvantages for some of the people you're competing against?
Well, you knew going in that the situation was difficult, but that was known. I mean, from day one.
Yeah.
But now it's about, man, you got to build. You got to build. You got to stack days consistently. We have to continue to recruit guys that are going to come in here and help us rebuild the program. And, it's our responsibility to put a product out on the floor. Quite frankly, where guys play their tail off. They play the right way. They take great pride in representing LSU in the state of Louisiana. And I think you saw that on Saturday night. Now we got to build on it. And I think when people respect hard work, they respect toughness, they respect playing as a team and taking pride in representing that jersey. And that's how you start to build some support and start to build an army of people that want to be a part of rebuilding the team and the program. So. We're headed in the right direction. If you look at the last month, we've made a lot of progress. We were absolutely brutal in turnovers, defensive rebounding, and defending the three-point shot through 10 games. Not only have we taken those from being, really poor, but they've actually been strengths of our team over the last month. And so we got to continue to build on that.
So how do you do that? How have you taken elements that were a weakness and in a short amount of time managed to kind of flip that?
Yeah, I think just practice. And I know not the old Allen Iverson quote, but it's the only way I know is if you want to get better at it, you got to get in here and work and be very intentional. We've had very competitive practices over the last month, and I think that's helped us improve on the defensive end and on the rebounding. Now the offensive piece comes down. I mean, we can scheme it up all we want. You got to have talented offensive players in this league, and I think with Jalen Cook getting eligible, I always say it, that point guard position. Your number one responsibility is to make everyone else better.
Yeah.
Out there on the court. It's no different than a quarterback on the football field, and he's made the game easier for us offensively. We've been able to get better shots. Our assist-to-turnover ratio, which was poor early in the year, has been really good since he got back with the team, and I think it's raised the level of everyone else on the program. So, it's not going to happen overnight, certainly, but we got to be consistent and stack days, and ultimately win games, and that's we all know how we're judged in this business.
Yeah.
And tonight's the next opportunity, the home SEC opener. I know our guys have prepared and looking forward to the opportunity tonight.
So what have you seen out of Vanderbilt? What do you think what challenges does Vanderbilt represent?
Yeah, great point. They struggled early in the year, but over the last since Christmas they've played well. They should have won at Memphis, top 20 team in the country. End up losing by 2. Just lost by 3 to Alabama on Saturday. You have to defend the three-point line. Coach Stackhouse, they run about 115 NBA set plays, and he gets good shots for them. So you got to make sure you defend the three-point line. Magnon at the point guard position is probably the quickest player in the league. Got to do a really good job containing him off the dribble. But then the message to the team is, all that stuff's great. We got to be more concerned with LSU. We got to keep getting better in those areas we've talked about. Offensive execution, taking care of the ball. I would love to see the physicality and toughness we played with on Saturday on the rebounding boards be who we are, not just a one-off. And so, I really want to establish that physical presence tonight on the glass.
Hell yeah, Coach. I'm excited, man. SEC opener tonight, 8 p.m. in the PMAC. Go pack it out. Support the boys. Help cheer them on. Potential 2-0 SEC start. And, keep grinding, Coach. It's great catching up with you, certainly. And thank you for making some time for us this morning.